Hello, welcome to the first episode of Magical Girl Adventures. And today I'm going to be talking about the solar eclipse in Leo coming up August 12th at 11:34 a.m. Eastern. And a solar eclipse is basically when the new moon is really close to the north or south node. So the solar eclipse is going to be near the south node in Leo. So we are going to tap into our inner child and play. I'm actually going to share my screen. And also in Leo, there is Jupiter and Mercury. So your mind is being expanded, your worldview, communicating that more. With Leo, it's about like big ideas. So the big picture, which is something that Jupiter loves. With Mercury, I always think of just like communities. So you're going out to like talk to people and tell people about like your big ideas and like the things that you like to do for fun. And you can see right here that Mercury and Pluto are opposite. So usually when things are in opposition, it alludes to relationships or like one-on-one relationships with others. So when the mind is opposing power and obsession, balancing, doing what people tell you versus like what you want to do. Because I always kind of think of Leo as like, it represents children. So it's almost like childlike. So you want to try compromise, having fun, but also thinking about others right now. The world is on fire, but it is for a greater good eventually. That 3 degrees and Pluto is also retrograde. So kind of things are beginning, going to be a rough start. But I kind of think this time is like a checkpoint. Things that you want to do, like what you like to do for fun, is that for the greater good. I've heard some people say it's about like technology versus humans. So like with AI and things like that, there's certainly that element. In terms of what does it have to do with you? Do the things that you like to do for fun, could that help other people? Could that help them transform? Some people like to bully people for fun. That's definitely not good. Another point, if we were to think macro to micro, is that like the tech oligarchs kind of want to control us. I kind of feel that way about data centers. I really don't understand like the point of data centers, like at least like the political argument of it. It's like, oh, like these people, they don't want data centers. That's so weird. But it's like, does the news think we're stupid? Like, but they do. In terms of like your personal self, your personal life, is there someone who's trying to control you, tell you how to think, and you really need to step out of that box and let your thoughts be heard? And it doesn't have to be like huge. Like for me, doing this first episode, that is a form of that. I think astrology is fun. And if you look to where your sun sign is, that's kind of a hint as to the area in which you should explore to have said fun. So with Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio sun. The occult, that's pretty obvious, I guess, for people who are into astrology. And with the opposition to Pluto, or Pluto being in Aquarius, which is opposing the solar eclipse, Aquarius also rules social media because it's like large communities, connection of communities. So here I am doing the thing. So like, who am I? I'm just someone who really likes astrology. And I've also been posting more on my home bakery Instagram as well as my sewing Instagram. Those are 2 things that I love to create. So I'm making cookies and I'm also sewing. So whatever it is that I want to make, I'm focusing on like home decor, but those are things that I like to do that I'm sharing with the world. So similarly, what is that for you? And another thing I would like to note about technology with AI, I don't think it's so much about stopping AI, but it's about seeing how to use AI to benefit humans without destroying us, which I feel like we, the people, know that, but others do not. Again, it's not all bad. If it benefits me in some way of connecting with communities, Pluto has to do with money as well. Leo is about play. Now, if we were to look at the dispositor of Mercury, there's really not much going on in Virgo right now. The South Node is technically in Virgo, so it's important, but I actually want to focus on Gemini because Uranus is transiting Gemini and is actually making an opening trine to Pluto. And so again, that has sort of a 5th house energy where it is about play. And again, Uranus is ruled by Aquarius, social media. Gemini is about smaller communities. So what sort of smaller communities can you create in those bigger networks? I guess like finding your niche, but it's also about transformation. connection. So maybe you'll find something new. Maybe you'll talk to someone that you don't normally talk to. Now, Venus is trining Uranus, and Venus is in Libra at the moment, which is really nice. But because it's opposing Mercury, you want to be careful, or I'm sorry, because it's opposing Neptune, you want to be careful of deception. You want to be careful of lies. Sometimes you'll find that someone else wants to control you. In Aries, I think of it as someone who's like pretty easy to read or transparent, but it is something to be careful of because Neptune is in retrograde, so maybe it's a little bit harder to look past the deception. But you don't want to let someone bulldoze you or sell you on a dream, especially because it's not in a conjunction, and I wouldn't say it's even making an opposition, but it is within the sign. Saturn is in Aries at the moment, retrograde. So if anybody's trying to like get you to join their MLM or some get rich quick scheme, I mean, even similarly, if you want to see like an astrologer or a tarot reader because you're hoping that they'll give you the key to your life and then everything will be amazing, it's not really going to work out. If that doesn't resonate with you, then perhaps authority figures are going to try to slow you down on your ambitions and your dreams. But again, right now is really not the time to set intentions or manifest. We really just want to focus on having fun and doing our hobbies, playing with your kids, talk to somebody, think about something that someone said that you couldn't do. I mean, sure, it's not going to happen overnight. Right now, I have 3 businesses going on and none of them could pan out, but that's not really the point. I really like doing all of these things. And at the moment, that's all that matters. Solar eclipses, right? They are new moons, if we were to grossly simplify, but they are new moons. So it's about a new start. You just can't think about what you want it to turn into. It's just started. It's a new phase of your life and it will unfold. Another thing I wanted to note is that the dispositor of that Aries Saturn is Mars, which has just entered Cancer. So that is a time to, I always think of like resource guarding. Protect yourself, protect your home, your values, what makes you feel emotionally secure. And I also think it would be a great time to sort of excavate any family wounds that you have. What's something that someone said, again, that they said you couldn't do? What was it? Maybe you can share that with someone. It certainly doesn't have to be a public platform or to like your group of friends, but just somebody that's very close to you. You know, because I know with Leo, it's about like being on stage, being a star, and you are a star, and you don't have to be a star. You can be a star to one, you know, and that could be yourself. So in short, I think this solar eclipse is a really great time to get back into a hobby that you've forgotten about, an interest, something that someone said that, I don't know, you couldn't ever make money from because of Pluto. Just do it for the fun of it. Jupiter is on our side. Go out and talk to people and just have fun. And if you would like a tarot or astrology reading, you can book a reading with me. I will put a link down below and you can schedule that. And I will see you next time on the lunar eclipse.